For this recording, this is to do with how to create a Revolve complex shapes on an iPad. Okay, so I'm going to start. So this is the shape we want to try and create. It's basically a revolve, but doing 4 separate revolves as part revolves. So 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees of reducing shape size. Okay, so to start off with, we're going to just do a new part studio. So I have a blank space to work with. Going to be working on the front work plane, so click on front, there, okay, and then a new sketch on that plane. Okay, going to start off by using the inscribed polygon tool, which is the last one on the second row. Okay, I'm going to do this in line with the origin, but a distance away from it. So there it is there. And drag that out. And I want this to be about that size there. So it's going to have six parts to it. If I rotate left to right, I can change the number of sides on the shape, but 6 is fine for me because I just want it to be a hexagon there. So that's fine. Okay. Whilst that's there, I'm going to also draw a line, a construction line from the origin. Okay, there. I'm going to just do that as a vertical line, just coming up, just so I have a construction line at that point there, because we're going to use that as the revolve. Okay. Next thing, take your dimension tool. I'm going to dimension from the top of the. Oops, no, I don't want that. Hang on. This is the bit you've got to watch out for here, because what it will try and do is to add a dimension to the circle when what I want is the distance. So I'm going to make sure I take that point and that point for my dimension. Let's try that again, and to there. So I'm getting that distance. Okay, and this is going to be, we're going to set that to 40. Okay, 40 on this. Okay, and we'll set the position of that, move that over there. I'll leave it for that. Okay, then I'm going to dimension from the origin to the center of this, and we'll set that to have a distance of 60. Okay, 60. No. No, I'm going to set this one. I've done these. That should be on. Let's do this on 30. That's better. That's the size I want. Sorry, my mistake. Okay, so 30 by 60, and 6-sided shape. That's fine. Okay, brilliant. Right, and let's close that drawing off. In fact, actually, what I'll do, I'm going to open that up again because I'm going to do my revolve from that. So I'm going to pick the revolve tool. We're going to be revolving that shape, and so the entity has already been selected, which is the hexagon, and then the axes that I'm going to pick is the construction line that I drew first, and that should actually give us a nice torus shape like so. Okay, but I don't want it to go all the way around. I only want it to go 90 degrees. So I'm going to change this section at the bottom where it says full and change it to one direction. Okay, and I'm going to change the distance for the direction, the angle, to be 90 degrees. 90 degrees. There we have it. Okay, and then tick that. So that gives us a quarter shape revolving around the center part there. I'm going to next pick this end piece here, two fingers on the screen to then view normal to that part. So this is where we're going to be drawing our next shape. I'm going to take my pencil drawing tool, so I'm going to be drawing on that section as my new sketch. And for this, I'm going to pick the offset tool and click on the edge of my shape here. And we're going to offset this, okay, all the way around, 5 millimeters all the way around, coming in. Okay, like so. Now I'm not happy about the way they did that, so I'm going to just close that off and undo that because I'm not happy about the way that actually worked there. So let's close it off. Let's try that again. So sketch is going to be that plane there. Let's try that again. Offset. Let's try and click the face. This operates differently on an iPad to a PC. Yeah, on the PC you just select the face and it works. With the iPad you have to go around and select the perimeter as you go around. That's it. Now it's worked for me. So you can see I've got a distance here of 5 millimeters here. I can move that to change the distance. So I'm going to keep that at 5 millimeters as close as I can. I can click on the number, and I can change that number as well if I want to. Yeah, so we can change that to 5 millimeters and keep it there. That's okay. Right. Okay, so I've got a new shape drawn on there. I'm going to just zoom out now, and I'm going to pick my line drawing tool and construction line tool, and this time I'm going to go from the origin again and just create another construction line coming up like so for this drawing. Okay, then with that still selected, click on the Revolve tool. So the entity is the new hexagon I've drawn, and the revolve axis is the line I drew there. And again, we need to just change the revolve type to one direction and the number of degrees to 90. There we go. Okay, and then tick that. So that gives me 2 halves there. Okay, so next one I'm going to draw on this surface. So click on that surface there. 2 fingers in the white area on your screen, and then go to View Normal To, so you're looking straight at that shape there. Okay, so once again, we're going to go to our offset, and on the iPad you're going to have to go around the perimeter of this shape to offset this all the way around. Make sure you click on the line. Let's just close that off. Let's try that. There you go. You see, it's saying it is 2 separate shapes here, which is not what I want. So I'm going to undo that. So you have to be careful that when you're selecting this, you go around and you select each of the lines first before you try and do the dimension. That's it. Okay, there. And I'm going to reduce this down to about 4 millimeters. So let's do this. Double tap on that, and we'll change that to 4 millimeters. There we go. Okay, I'm happy with that. Right, with that still, that sketch still live, I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to take my line drawing tool and my construction line and draw a construction line from the origin going up again here. So I have a construction line going up, which is going to form the axes for my next revolve. So click on the features tool, pick revolve. The shape I'm going to be revolving is the new hexagon, and the axes is the line that I've just created there. And once again, we'll change the revolve to one direction and the number of degrees to 90, and there we go, and then tick that. Okay, now, so I've got 3/4 of my shape drawn. So this time I'm going to click on this surface, and once again, 2 fingers on the screen, go view to normal. Always I'm picking the white area of the screen there, so I'm not picking a work plane. So again, I'm going to go to my tools and pick offset, and very carefully go around the edge of the hexagon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the size here is way too small, so let's just zoom this out. Okay, let's make that 3 mil. So double tap on that, make that 3 mil. I'm happy with that, that's fine. Okay. And we'll then zoom out again, find the origin, which is quite a way there, take the line drawing tool and my construction line tool together, hover over that point there, drag up to create the construction line, yeah, and then take the revolve tool, and we're going to be revolving that entity, and the axes will be the construction line that I just created. And once again, we change this from full to one direction and 90 degrees. Green tick there. Now you might have to just click on merge with all. If it looks like it's showing red there, you may need to have merge with all set up there, but it seems to be okay at the moment for me. So tick that and then zoom out, and there I have my revolving of a complex shape that's reducing down to create the final part there on this torus. I can again hide my individual parts there, and I can have a look at this part here, and I can change the color of it to a different color for it. So I've got a nice random color there, and we could also, if we wanted to as well, lose the shady without edges, so we don't have the edges showing as well for our shape, and screenshot that. Well done. Okay.